What's up, guys? Welcome back. Little cooking tip or cooking demo, I should say. Today we're going to be making Papa Santos eggs. Classic Papa Santos. This recipe, my sister's going to die laughing. I think I'll mention this throughout the video, but this is something that we grew up eating. Lots of fun. We're going to utilize our Ekone albacore tuna, the smoked albacore tuna, I should say. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned. So here we go. We got our proclamation pan heating up. So typically this is done in a non-stick pan. But usually with a good pan, you've got, almost like non-stick capabilities. So we want to get this pan not like smoking hot, but, hot enough, if that makes sense. Like a medium-high heat where you can feel it. Like I can touch it. I mean, I know my fingers are, a little bit less prone, I should say, to burning. But so we want it about medium-high heat. We're gonna make, this omelet / scramble. We're gonna try making an omelet. We're gonna see what happens. Sometimes when you cook onions, it kind of defeats the non-stick properties because of the sugars in the onions. But we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it anyway. We're gonna see if it works. We're gonna put this bad boy to the test right here. So preemptively, if it doesn't work, it's okay. You got good scrambled eggs. So we're gonna start off with some good Espadão Portuguese olive oil. I love Espadão olive oil. This is the extra virgin seleção. Good quality. Since we're not like frying per se, I like using good olive oil. If I'm like gonna cook long times in high temperatures, I'll use a little less quality oil. But since this isn't really gonna be, we're cooking, but we're not like frying. I think the good flavor of olive oil comes out better. So we're gonna start our onions first. I'm gonna pick up this whole thing, put this down there. So start our onions and garlic. Beautiful. Yeah, that's about 1 medium onion and 2 cloves of garlic. So we're not looking for like deep caramelization. It's kind of sort of almost like the fried onions, that we've done in the past with the burger and stuff. So we're not looking for that deep caramelization. It smells fantastic. There's just something about olive oil or even butter and onions that just lights out. It smells so good. Beautiful. So as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see, but you got a little bit of caramelization or frying happening right there. It's really what you want. You really kind of just make these into nice soft onions. Getting the heat, you got about medium-high heat there. Just frying it up. So our other ingredients, we've got the tuna, the parsley, sea salt, black pepper, and of course, the eggs. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a little salt in the onions. This is, again, good Portuguese sea salt. And we're going to put a little salt in the eggs. Now you don't want to salt your eggs too far in advance because it kind of draws out this weird like pinkish color to the eggs. So you really want to salt your eggs shortly before you're going to use them. Okay, so we're going to beat them up a little bit. Get that salt incorporated. Just a little. And then we're going to grind some good grinds of pepper in here. Love black pepper and eggs, so I make it a little, kind of a healthy amount. Stir that up. I like my eggs pretty well beaten, so I got a thing where I just like having my eggs pretty well beaten. I like them yellow throughout. I don't really like it when you see the too much white streak. So I like really whipping in the air with that motion. Nice, I think we're good. Okay, perfect. Let me rinse my hands. Fantastic. Towel here. So we got a little bit of color coming on towards the back end there. Nice fried onion color. Perfect. Smells amazing. So the story behind this is, and my sister's gonna laugh because we joke about this all the time. So, you know, Sebastian Maniscalco did this skit about company and how people don't have company over anymore. And it's funny because it's true. But back when we were growing up, company was totally normal and expected or unexpected. So whenever people came over, you know, being in a European household, you know, people don't come over without eating something, right? So something always has to be on the table while they're over, whether that be coffee or something savory or whatever, you know. And the one thing, so when men came over, if you will, my dad was always in charge of the food. And one of the things that he would make really, really often, which was always weird, but I always found it super delicious, was tuna and eggs. And it was something that was, you know, that they grew up eating in Portugal. It was very commonplace, you know, out there, because tuna was tinned tuna was relatively inexpensive. You always had onions and they had chickens. So it was always a good meal with, you know, some bread. And so when company came over, that was always a thing. You know, tuna, eggs, and then we always joke because they always put about a pound of parsley into it, which is, we used to call them the parsley eggs. But so this is kind of a little bit homage to Pops and what you can do with this Ekone smoked tuna that will make a great lunch, even a great dinner, you know, anything like that. So a little Papa Santos food cooking. I didn't get everything from my mom, you know. Papa Santos held his own every once in a while. So our onions look good, nice and fried, starting to get a little brown there. Again, we're not looking for that deep caramelization, you're just looking for the browning. Okay? So now we're going to put a ton of parsley into our eggs. And we use all the parsley, stems, everything. You know, it's funny. You know, chefs today they think they're breaking a mold half the time by using parsley stems and cilantro stems and everything. When my parents grew up, that was just called being poor. You know, so it's the irony that we oftentimes look to the food of the, you know, of poverty, if you will, to find inspiration in the future. You know, it's there's a lot of irony behind that, I think. So our onions are ready. Let's double check our heat. Nice. The pan's nice and warm. Beautiful. You really want that pan to be pretty, I don't want to say hot, but kind of hot. Now we're going to add our eggs. This is 5 eggs. I don't know if I said that earlier. It's 5 eggs. And this is for 2 to 3 people, or if you're having company over. Put our eggs in. Okay, we're going to put our flaked tuna in. We'll break it up a little bit more. We're going to try to leave some of the juice behind. We don't necessarily need a lot of the juice, but it's nothing wrong with it if it goes in, obviously. Beautiful. Smells awesome. Okay. Good. Just a glass of the parsley in there. Fantastic. Get our plate ready here. Okay. So now we've got pretty solid non-stick action going on here. See that? Okay, it's not going to be perfect, but you've got some nonstick action happening. Okay? Now, I like a little color in my eggs. That's, again, personal. I don't want them, like, super runny. But you can see you got non-stick. I mean, that's a testament, again, to the quality of this pan. Just of note. That's really a testament to the quality of this pan. That this is, through the onions, that this is still pretty much totally non-stick. I mean, that's pretty amazing. So now, we're going to kind of build the flip. Not the flip, but the turnover a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to drop the heat a little bit here so that we're not looking now to like really crush this thing. We just kind of want it to set in a lot of ways. Okay, look at that. See? There's beautiful. Nice. You're just looking for it to set. Okay. Man, that smells great. It really smells good. Now, let me switch utensils here. I don't know if this was going to help, but... Whoop. Nice. Okay, perfect. Well, not perfect, but it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Because you still have... The thing is you still have that liquid center, and that this is going to set all together like this. This is exactly how I want it. Like, I want that color. That's how I like my eggs. Now, you could do this in a non-stick pan on a little bit lower heat if you did like the onions separately. But really and truly, this is how, again, the nostalgia for me is really about having this the way my dad made it, essentially. So, now, I'm going to turn the heat off. And this is going to continue to cook, right? This is going to continue to cook. But it should be pretty much all sealed up on the other side. Let's see if we don't fuck this up. Let's go this way, like this. Okay. Perfect. Nice. Slide it over. And that's really kind of exactly what you're looking for. Still, it's still, like, you can feel a little bit of that softness still inside. You have a little bit of the juice coming out right there. But that's really exactly what you're looking for. Now, if you wanted, you can even put, you know, some cheese in there. That works. But this is exactly what you want. You serve this with a nice cucumber salad or something like that, and you have a lunch that is just lights out. I mean, I'm like picking at it right now. Delicious. Delicious. You can literally taste the smokiness of the Ekone tuna too already, which is amazing. So give this a try at home, guys. Papa Santos tuna, eggs, and parsley. Thanks for joining in. And don't forget, guys, if you like this content, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, like, and comment on this video. Thank you.